Welcome to the Incoherent Fangirl.
Where this is the second annual Kandy Awards episode. Hey.
I'm Karin,
And I'm Mandy.
and we are very excited to get into this and also slightly panicked because there were so many choices.
Yeah, I lived through this pain last week when I prepared. I just had like a couple of hours of free time that I was like, let me go ahead and do this. Karin had to live through the pain today. So it's
Yeah,
fresh for you.
it was very rough. I read a lot this year,
Yeah, you
so it
did.
was hard to narrow it down, but I did it.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I would also like to point out that we are both wearing red, and I don't know why that's significant. It's just cool that we did that on accident.
I'll tell you why I did it is because it was cold outside, but I had to go get allergy shots where I had to show my arm. And
Mm.
Tuesday, I wore a sweatshirt and had to practically strip in the office. And I didn't want to do that today. I thought ahead. I had a
I
tank top on, but it kind of rode up. And the lady doing the shots like tried to shut the door really fast because you can see the waiting room. I was like, I'm really not stripping. There's a shirt. It's just awkward. I've decided
Oh,
to avoid that awkwardness today.
I love that. That's hilarious. I just grabbed the first thing in my laundry hamper.
Yeah, it's
It
like we're
worked
just
out.
gonna go with it. Hey, yeah.
We're twinning, kind of. Okay, so we would like to start off by saying that this is the last episode, the last regular episode of the season, but
But
it is not the last episode of the year.
we have a couple of exciting things coming before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. You're not gonna want to miss it, so
No,
stay tuned. I'm so excited about it.
I know. I can't breathe
Uh,
when I think about it.
yeah. Okay, so in solidarity with the SAG-AFTRA union, we normally would be talking about our movie and TV shows of the year. However, we will not be doing that this year as the union is still on strike and we support the union and will not be
Yep.
crossing the picket line.
Nope.
So, we would like to point out that if we are not talking about something, it's not because we're not enjoying it, but
It's
we are
just
standing in
we're good
solidarity.
humans. We're good
Yes.
humans. We're trying to be good
We're
humans.
trying real hard. So, without further ado, let's get into the second annual Kandy Awards. What is that
Sorry,
face?
my notes went my note file or my it's a numbers file, but it like turned into a pivot table at first and I panicked.
Oh
So I was
no.
like, oh my God, all of
Oh
my stuff is
no.
gone. It wasn't. It was just,
It's fine.
yeah, it's
We would
fine.
not be us if something didn't go wrong.
Right. Correct.
All right. First category is cliffhanger of the year. Tell me, what are your top three choices? And then in backwards order, three, two, one.
I think we did the award goes to
Okay.
and
I
then
don't
told two and
remember.
three, right?
We can
I
do
think
whatever
so.
we want. It's
That way
our
we can have our
show.
big award moment.
Okay.
Okay. So I obviously can't tell you why any of these were cliffhanger of the year if you haven't read them. This is for the listeners because Karin has read two of the three. So in no particular order, we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros because that cliffhanger nearly broke my jaw. Then we have The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin. That was pretty upsetting. And Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross.
Okay.
And the award goes to Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross because I was
Oh,
not well. I did not stay well. I'm still, I have read the
the
sequel
sequel. And you're still unwell.
and I'm still unwell at how that book ended because, oh my God. And in second place, we have Fourth Wing. And then in third place, we have The Scarlet Veil. What
Okay.
about you, Karin?
So I cheated a little bit. I have four, but one is an honorable mention, and I'll explain why
Okay.
once we get to it. But in no particular order, my top four is House of Marion by J.L., Starbringer by Tracy Wolff and Nina Croft, The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, which I did read this year. I know that
Yeah.
sounds crazy, but I did read that this year. And The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin.
I bet I know what's the honorable mention.
Well, let's start with that. The honorable mention is Starbringer by Tracy Wolff and Nina Croft, because the cliffhanger itself is not anything to write home about. However, because I did not know that it was the first book in a series, it is the one that elicited the biggest response from me. So
Yeah.
it gets
She
an
thought that's how
honorable.
it ended.
I thought that's how it ended, and if you've read Starbringer,
Yeah.
please
That's not
understand
okay to end it
that's
that way.
not how you end a book. So that's why it gets an honorable mention. It is not a bigger cliffhanger than these other books, but
No.
it did elicit the biggest reaction from me because I was dumb.
Yeah.
And the winner is The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. I was not well after reading that. Not
Yeah.
well at all.
I read it last year, but same. I think it was probably in my list of
I
cliffhangers
think it
last
was
year.
your cliffhangers last year. Yeah, I
I
read it
don't
at the
know
beginning
how
of
it
this year.
couldn't be.
It is. I will never trust Stephanie Garber ever again.
No,
Never.
and I went back and found my Instagram story from when I read it, and I literally just said Stephanie Garber is a sadist.
Yes, you did. Yep. Yeah. Never trust Stephanie
Am I
Garber.
wrong?
No.
She wore a crown and
No.
she came down in a bubble, Doug.
Oh my God. Ugh. Yes. So
It is like harassing me. Sorry.
the Ballad of Never After was my winner,
Yep.
followed by The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin, and then House of Marion by J.L. I am not well. I need the next books right now. This is unacceptable. How dare these people?
I
And also,
know.
thank you.
Thank you, but do you understand our feelings? I don't think you do.
My therapy pills are in the mail. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Okay. We have our next category is sequel of the year. So Karin, what's your sequel of the year look
Okay.
like?
My sequels of the year, in no particular order, are The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, Fallheart Huntsman by Chloe Gong, and Immortality, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz. And I feel like I should have prefaced this at the very beginning, but we all need to realize that Chloe Gong had 3 book releases this year.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just assume if she's not on this list, she's already at the top. So I just left her off.
You got to make it interesting.
I gotta, make it interesting. Keep y'all guessing a little bit. But just assume that if she's not on the list, she's actually at the top of the list, and I was trying to be more diverse.
Fair. More diverse, yeah.
However, in this case, the winner is Fallheart Huntsman by Chloe Gong.
What?
I know, it's so shocking. I just think that she did such a good job wrapping up not just this duology, but the entire series. I think I think this is with most writers, is she just keeps getting better as she's writing more. Like, These Violent Delights I loved, but like Our Violent Ends was better. Foul Lady Fortune was better than that. And she just keeps getting better.
I love that when they progress.
Yeah, and Fallheart Huntsman, it definitely, I think, was the best of the series, and I think she wrapped everything up really well. So that is my sequel of the year, followed in second place by The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, and Immortality, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz, which I was surprised by that because if you'll recall, when I read Anatomy, I didn't think it was the best book, but
yeah,
this sequel,
it needed the sequel.
The sequel was much needed for it to feel like it was complete, feel like it was a whole story, and that's why it got bumped up pretty high for me. So
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so those are my sequels of the year. Now tell me yours.
All right. The nominees are The Hunting Moon by Susan Dennard, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, or The Rachel Experiment by Lisa Lynn.
Ooh,
I know. And the award goes to Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I know that most people haven't read it yet. You just can't imagine. It's a duology that brings like the powerful writing of Lovely War with like magic, and it is insane. It's such good writing, such good storytelling. Okay, so then in second place we have The Hunting Moon by Susan Dennard, and in third place we have The Rachel Experiment by Lisa Lynn, because I really freaking loved Rachel.
I love it. Yes. Yay. Okay. Next category is side character of the year, which I will say now, it's not my turn, but I will let you know that I definitely cheated on this one.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. But tell me what yours are first.
Okay, so the nominees are Liam. This is side character, right?
Side character,
Okay.
yes.
Liam Mary from Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Leah from Felix Ever After by Kason Calendar. I'm sorry I did not go digging for Leah's last name. Or Merrick from Starbringer by Tracy Wolf and Nina Croft.
Okay.
And the award goes to Liam Mary because I can't. How could I not? How could you not? Liam. Second, we have Leah from Felix Ever After. And third is Merrick from Starbringer, just because I'm so intrigued by Merrick.
Okay.
I'm so intrigued, and I feel like there's something there that
Yeah,
I need to know about.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
so
about
for
you?
mine, I will point out, so I tried to make these lists as I was reading, and when I went back to fill everything out today, this was one of the ones that I did not change from months ago.
Okay.
So these have been pretty locked in since I read these books. So without further ado, my very cheating answers, in no particular order, are Grimm from Arrival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick, Dan and Teddy from The Sky Blues by Robbie Couch, and D. Emery and Otto from If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch. And listen, I can't just choose one, okay?
That's okay.
They're a group. They're a group. And I stand by this, and nobody can tell me otherwise. It's my podcast. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
And the winner is Dan and Teddy from The Sky Blues by Robbie Couch. I just.
Sweet babies.
Sweet babies. Followed by Grimm from Arrival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick, and then D. Emery and Otto from If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch. Listen, Robbie writes really good side characters. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
he does. Yes, he
I-
does.
They're just as compelling as the main characters, and they all have, especially in If I See You Again Tomorrow, they all have their own like story arc, and that one was like surprising.
You want
how
to
well
know
he was.
more about it.
I do. I want to know about all these characters so much more. So it's just perfection. So those are mine.
Okay, before we move on,
Okay.
I had ship of the year before that.
Did
Where do you
you?
have ship of the year?
Before that, I just moved.
That's why I got confused.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was like, wait.
I scrolled and it disappeared. That's
It's okay.
my bad.
All right, I'll throw that one in there
So
now.
we'll do that now.
And then we'll do MC. That's why I kind of like stumbled, but I was like, do I have it wrong?
No, you're right. I'm just dumb.
Okay, the next category is ship of the year.
And for people who don't know what a ship is, it's when you pair two people together in a relationship. Because apparently some people don't know that. I
That's
learned.
wild, guys. Come on.
It's wild.
What kind of a fangirl?
Who was it that I saw? It was some celebrity who didn't. Oh, it was Jonathan Groff. He had no idea what a ship was.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, how dare you? But also,
he's been giving me life on TikTok lately with his interviews with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes. Oh my God, obsessed with them. Okay, anyways, my nominees for Ship of the Year are Logan and Maddie from Stars in Your Eyes by Kason Calendar, Audrey and Lucy from Pride and Prejudice and Pittsburgh by Rachel Lippincott, and Rosalind and Orion from Foul Hearts Huntsman by Chloe Gong. And my Ship of the Year is Rosalind and Orion from Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong. I just love the way this relationship developed. I loved these characters individually and how they played off of each other. And there's so much like emotion, but also so much hilarity. And I loved it.
Okay.
Second place goes to Audrey and Lucy from Pride and Prejudice and Pittsburgh by Rachel Lippincott. I was very stressed out the whole book because I did not know how it was going to be an HEA. Like I was really hoping there would be an HEA, but like it's not a romance per se, so like it wasn't guaranteed. So I was very, very nervous. But I think she pulled it off really well, and they were just the pining, the sapphic yearning, like oh yes. And then Logan and Maddie just showing us that happily ever after can mean different things
and can be messy
and
that's fine,
and just love it. So those are my three. How about you?
Okay, in no particular order, of course, we have Iris and Roman from Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, Ambrose and Eli from Arrival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick, and Violet and Zayden from Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And the award goes to Ambrose and Eli from Arrival Most Vile.
Ooh.
I just remember the whole time I was reading that book, like my cheeks hurt because I was just like so giddy, because it's like, you know that they're going to end up together. You know, they really like each other, but they're fighting it Ambrose more
No.
so than Eli. But I just
Yeah.
remember it made me so happy the whole time I was reading it. So I was like, you know what? They're a really good ship to have.
They are. They
They
are a really
really
good ship.
are.
I
Um,
stan. I stan.
yeah, like how do you not? Then I'm gonna give second place to Violet and Zayden, even though I'm worried for them because so
Yeah.
much has happened already in the first book, and there are
Hmm.
five.
I know. It's
Nervous for you
nerve-wracking.
guys.
Nerve-wracking. Yeah.
And then third can go to Iris and Roman from Divine Rivals because good God Almighty, are they goals? Goals. I can't wait for you to read it. You're gonna
I
be like, oh my God.
next month for sure.
Yes.
I'm very excited. Oh, it's my
Okay.
turn.
Yeah.
So
Now we're
next
MC of the
up,
year, right?
yes. Next
Okay.
up, we have main character of the year. This one was hard, but I think I got it. I don't know. What were yours?
Okay. So this was easy for me, kind
Oh,
of, which
okay.
is shocking.
Okay.
So we'll have Opal from Starling House by Alex E. Harrow.
Hmm.
Lady Rosalind Beaumont from Lies That Princess Told You by Caitlin Rush, and Sadie Revelair from The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brienne Randall.
Ooh, okay.
And the award goes to Sadie Revelair from The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic because, and I know we talked about it with Brienne, she is
Yeah.
so relatable to me.
Yeah.
She is so relatable in that she feels like she has to do everything by herself. She has to be the people pleaser. She can't need anybody. She's way too stubborn to ever ask for help. And I literally was like breaking my back trying to put a bed together or fix a bed last weekend. And my husband is out here and he would help me. Like, he's like, just come tell me if you need help. And I'm like, I can do it myself. I don't need anybody to help me. When we got the new flooring and the furniture, I was in there like literally screaming and cussing. And one of the twins came in and she was like, I will help you. Do you need help? Do you need somebody else? Like, I was like, no, thank you.
I
Thank you,
don't
but no.
need anybody.
So Sadie was so incredibly relatable to
That's
me that
she is. She is
she
very
had to
relatable.
be it. And then second is Opal from Starling House for the same reason. She's gritty and real in a way that a lot of characters in literature are not lately. But then I also really love Lady Rosalind Beaumont, who in Lies That Princess Told You, which, if you remember, is the wicked, evil stepmother from Cinderella retelling, where you get
Hmm.
her story and it's tragic and beautiful and not what you would expect.
Hmm.
So I loved that story. I loved her.
I love
So
that.
that's it. What about you? Main character of the year.
Okay, so I think I'm still struggling with this one, honestly, but I feel okay about my choices. So, in no particular order, we have Violet Sorrengal from Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, Adelaide Williams from Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler, and June Farrow from The Unmaking of June
Oh,
Farrow
that's
by
a good one.
Adrienne Young. I think that they're all incredibly relatable, and I think they're
Hmm.
all incredibly strong and
Yeah.
inspirational characters. My winner for main character of the year is Adelaide Williams from Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. This story was so much like it talks so much about mental health, and it was just she was messy and relatable and just so good. So good. Second place goes to June Farrow from The Unmaking of June Farrow, and third goes to Violet from Fourth Wing.
She's a good main character. Both
She
of
was
them, all
good.
three of them were.
And I love like the disability rep, honestly. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's something that I would love to see more of in,
Absolutely.
literature. So, gotta give it to Violet a little bit more for that. So, yep,
Definitely.
those are my choices.
They're good ones.
It's your turn.
Is I already said main character. Now you're supposed to ask me villain of the year,
No,
right?
I said main character. You do villain. Because
Oh,
I just finished the category. So now it's your
I
turn.
thought you finished a category, then you ask, and then I finish a category, and then I ask. Okay.
We
All right.
alternate.
Best
We're good at this.
villain. Yeah, this is disorganized chaos. All right. Villain or antagonist of the year.
Oh, okay. So this was another one that did not change from when I did it months ago. In no particular order, we have the villain from Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley, Jax, Prince of Hearts from The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, and The Entire Institution from The School for Good Mothers by Jessamine Chan. And that's my winner is The Entire Institution from The School for Good Mothers by Jessamine Chan. I am still traumatized from reading this book. It is hard. It is hard,
Yeah.
and it's hard. And also, you can see it happening in real life, which makes it even
Yeah.
scarier. So, yeah, definitely top villain for me this
Yeah.
year, followed by the villain from Firekeeper's Daughter. Yikes.
Yeah.
And then Jax. We love Jax. He's our
Yeah.
antagonist. We love Jax. So, those are my three.
Do you want to know something funny? Is I
Yeah.
listened to our last year's candies,
Uh-huh.
and my antagonist villain of the year was the villain from Firekeeper's
Yeah.
Daughter, and that's how you have to say it because
You have to. You
you can't
can't
reveal who
say
it
it. Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
but it's
You have to
such
say
a
it like that.
like right in your gut.
Did not see that coming.
No, not even a
It
little bit.
killed me. Killed me. You
Yeah.
have to say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means go
Anyways,
read Firekeeper's Daughter.
please go
Angelina
read
Boulay.
Firekeeper's Daughter. Oh my god. Yes. Anyways, Mandy, your turn.
All right. My villain and antagonist of the year. We have Dakra from Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, Kato from the Fire and Starlight Saga by Amber D. Lewis, and Jax from the Caraval Once Upon a Broken Heart. I almost said Once Upon a Book Club. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber.
Yes.
To no one's surprise, this award is going to go to Jax because he's one of 3 blonde men that I've ever truly loved. Okay. I said 2 on Instagram the other day because I forgot that Adam Lazzara insists on being blonde the past couple of years, even though he's a brunette.
Yeah.
But one of 3 blonde men I've ever loved. And then number 2 is Dakra from Divine Rivals. He's the god of like the underlings in the underworld. And then Kato in the Fire and Starlight Saga. I always had a soft spot for Kato. Okay.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah,
start.
I feel it. I feel it. For sure.
So no spoilers, but
No spoilers, but yeah, I get you.
I always loved Kato.
If we had had more, Kato would be up there too. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like I
He's a
have a
good.
solid 3.
You do, for sure.
Yeah.
You do.
Okay, a big one. Fictional boyfriend of the year.
Boop, boop,
How
boo.
is this possible? I'm sorry. We have to
This
pick.
was a hard choice,
It's always hard.
even to narrow it down to 3.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about my choices, but also I feel like there could be 10 more.
Yeah, same. I feel
Like,
great about my choices, but there's
it's
more.
still, yeah, there were a lot of
Like,
good book boyfriends this year.
last year was
Honestly.
so easy for me because I read Shatter Me last year.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna beat Aaron Warner? Are you kidding? No one.
All right, tell me your nominees and your winners.
All right. So we have Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yaros. We have Roman Kit from Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. And we have Hudson Vega
I
from the
am
Crave
not
series by
surprised
Tracy Wolf.
at all.
I mean,
I
and
am
the
not
award
shocked.
absolutely has to go to Hudson Vega. The man appreciates Harry Styles. The man knows enough about Harry Styles and One Direction to make references and can just suddenly off the drop of a hat sing Little Things and play guitar to it at the same time in front of a crowd and do it flawlessly. Shut up. It's Hudson Vega. Number 2, we have Roman Kit from Divine Rivals, Roman C. Kit, and then Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing because Zaddy.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love that all of your fictional boyfriends are like the dark, like morally gray-ish
Karen, have
characters.
you met me? And what am I going to go
know.
for? The good prince?
I
Like,
totally understand.
the captain of the guard?
Totally understand your choices. I would just like to point out that I picked all like golden retriever, like cinnamon roll babies, and I love them all.
I love
so
to
much.
read about them, but my book boyfriend is going to be
I love them all
a little
so
bit
much.
dark. The darkling.
Which is why we balance each other out. It's fine.
Yes, exactly.
If
I'm
you
like,
want,
give me a Slytherin.
you want a
That's
little
fine.
dark and you want a little sweet, and we've given you both.
Yes,
So
there we go.
here we are.
Tell me
Okay.
about yours.
So, in no particular order, we have Ethan from A Tall Dark Trouble by Vanessa Montalban, Mason from The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young, and Lorenzo from Plan A by Deb Coletti. All of them give me life. Like, they are so absolutely devoted
Mason.
and loving, and just, you want to squeeze them and
Give me
hold them
that.
tight and
Throw 'em in your
never let them
pocket.
go, and just protect them at all costs. And those are my choices. And my winner is Mason from The Unmaking of June
Good. I was
Farrow.
worried.
Oh, Mason. I love Mason so much. And I
I
can't say
know
anything else about him because it feels spoilery, but just know
that
Mason.
you should read.
You should
You
read The
should read.
Unmaking of June Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Second place goes to Lorenzo from Plan A by Deb Coletti. This boy is just everything, and he's only 18, and he's just so much more mature and put together and has it together than like actual grown men, and we love it. And then Ethan, he's just always there for her, and I can't. Even when things are going sideways for him, he's like, "No, I'm here. I'm gonna
I'm still
stay."
gonna be a constant.
So my little cinnamon roll boys. This year, I couldn't not pick them.
I
So
don't blame you.
it's
I don't
fine.
blame you even a little bit.
We've got our dark and we've got our sweet, and they match each other perfectly. It's fine.
I didn't even notice that mine were dark because they usually most of my fictional boyfriends
They're
have
dark.
a little dark.
Yeah. I just thought it was really funny when I looked at my list after seeing yours because they're
Yeah.
so drastically different. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason I pointed out, because I know it's always going to be the dark
I
Morley Gray
love
character.
it. No, I love that. All right. Arc of the year.
This
Hit
one
me.
was hard.
Yeah.
But I think I did it. My nominees are If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch, The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrian Young, and Stars in Your Eyes by Case and Calendar. There are so many more I could list, but I tried. I narrowed it down. Just know that if I read an arc of your book this year, I probably loved it and it could have
Oh
been on this
yeah.
list. But the winner for arc of the year is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrian Young.
So good.
It's so good. This book, literally, I think I wrote this in my review. I think I put it everywhere where I've talked about this book. I feel like this book has rewired my brain chemistry.
Yeah.
It is so good. I cannot stop thinking about it. I beg of you to please go read it.
Not to rub it into you, but I'm literally driving to Blue Ridge on Saturday for a day trip just to get that
I'm so jealous.
like the Blue Ridge Mountains feeling that she puts into this book that is so real. Josh was like, I need something fall to do, like, and just like a day date. And I was like, have I got the idea?
Jealous.
We're gonna
I
go get
love
some
it.
German food. And we're gonna go to a pumpkin patch, and it's gonna be like the best Blue
Amazing.
Ridge day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'll have to Photoshop you into some pictures.
Yes, please. I'm telling you, we need full life-size cutouts of each other so we can bring us around places. The fact that we don't have those already is like,
I know. We really do need to look into that.
We do. They have to be able to photo, obviously, but
yeah.
Anyways, my second place goes to Stars in Your Eyes by Case and Calendar. Again, another one that I cannot stop thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ugh, so good, so real, obsessed. And then If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch. Like, I'm not usually a time loop, you know, anything like that kind of girly, but like Robbie made it work.
He did it so well.
It's so well done. Like, I'm still thinking about it. These are just, it's not arc of the, it's just books that I can't stop thinking about. Yeah, so those are my three. How about you?
Well, mine, in no particular order, are The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brienne Randall, The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrian Young, and If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch. But my award went to If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch, and it was because of how excited I was when I got the arc.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, this is so freaking cool. And then to love it just made it like the whole experience was immaculate.
Yes.
Second is going to be June Farrow, and third is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic.
I love all great books.
I know.
All wonderful, lovely books. So this year we have a new category, and
dun, dun,
it
dun.
is Debut of the Year. Give me your nominees and your choices.
I am pretty sure all of these are debuts. If they're not, I'm sorry. We have Lunar Love by Lauren Conjessa, The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brienne Randall, and Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Cher Lee.
Yes, those are all debuts.
I thought so.
Yeah.
All right, and the award goes to Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Cher Lee. I am so hungry, even still thinking about it to this day. And I think I even said that in my review, like,
Yeah.
don't, and it's the same for Lunar Love. Like, don't read this book on an empty
An empty
stomach. Even
stomach.
if you don't, though, you're still going to be hungry.
You have to sit there snacking as you read.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
told Lauren when I read Red String Theory, I'm going to go to a dim sum restaurant and sit there and read and
yeah,
eat. So there's food constantly coming.
for sure.
I feel like it's a requirement.
Absolutely. So, second is going to be The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. And then third is Lunar Love.
All three of those are food books.
They really are.
They really are.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now. Thanks a
Dang it,
lot.
I just ate.
Thanks a
Dadgummit.
lot.
What about you? What's your debut of the year
Okay,
category look like?
so I again cheated. I have two honorable mentions, and I'll talk about those first because there's a specific reason why they are not top three and are only honorable mention.
Okay.
The first is Forget Me Not by Alison Derrick, which is heartbreaking. I am still reeling over what she did with this book. I literally, when I met her, I was like, how dare you, but also thank you.
Yeah.
And I am listing it as honorable mention because it's technically not her debut, but it's her solo debut. She did write a book with her wife first. So
Gotcha.
this is her solo debut. And the other one is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed, which is not her debut, but it is her YA debut. And
Gotcha.
it's just so
It
good
is
that
so good.
I couldn't not include it somewhere.
Right. You gotta at least mention it.
And it still counts. It's a debut. It's just not her debut.
Yeah, her debut.
So I felt like this was a good spot to put them in. And then my nominees for debut of the year are The Nanny by Lana Ferguson, Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler, and A Tall Dark Trouble by Vanessa Montalban. And my winner is Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. I don't know if I've read anything so raw and real and relatable and heartbreaking and just all the emotions. All the things that just like it hit me. And I was like, ooh. And this is your debut? Like, girl.
Right.
What? Yeah. So, yeah. If you haven't read Adelaide, I highly recommend it. Second place goes to The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. I didn't know that she had this in her. Like, we've known her for years, and then to have this book come out and just be just so in your face and wonderful, and
yeah,
I loved it. And then A Tall Dark Trouble by Vanessa Montalban. It was like mystery but cozy but like magical, and the vibes were there, and like it just, I loved it. And also it helped that like interacting with Vanessa after having read it just like increased the experience, I felt like.
Yeah.
And so it felt good. It felt good. Yes.
I like that.
So I think I technically read Lunar Love last year, even though it debuted this year, and I think it was on my list last year.
I think
Otherwise,
so.
it would have been. I
read it at the very beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So it counts for me.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we're leading into our last three, but these are probably the heaviest hitters. All right, what is your traditionally published book of the year?
This was so hard.
Yeah.
It was so hard. And again, I would like to reiterate, Chloe Gong published 3 books this year.
Well, and also we should point out that does not have to be books that were released this year. It's books that we read this year.
Yes.
Just so nobody comes at us and is like, this book was written in, if it's not.
Right. But again, she published 3 books this year, which I did read all 3 this year. So we're just going to put her here, and then
she's above the winner.
Here's my 3. But just know she's
Chloe.
There.
Yeah.
So in no particular order, but also probably it's going to be easy to figure out what my order actually is. We've got Stars in Your Eyes by Kason Callender, The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young, and If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch. Does this list sound familiar? Yes. Why? Because it's the same list as my arc of the year. And I just love these books so much.
Yeah.
Like, again, they have not left my brain since I've read them. It's probably more impressive for Robbie since I read his like months ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
But, like they're just something about them just keeps bringing me back, and I like and I don't normally want to reread things, but I like want to go sit down and reread these books like right now. But I have so many other things to do, so I can't. But like, just know I really want to. And so, to nobody's surprise, in order of winning, I guess in my top three, it goes The Unmaking of June Farrow, Stars in Your Eyes, and If I See You Again Tomorrow. I swear to God, if you want to be my friend, please just read these books
Yes.
and we can be
Yes.
besties. I
Yes.
promise. I love them. I love them so much. I will never stop talking about these books. Please don't try and make me. How about you?
All right. In no particular order, we've got The Lovely War by Julie Berry, A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed, and The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. And
Good
the
choices.
award, the award has to go to The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young.
So
I just,
good.
it's
So
so
good.
incredible.
It's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
Second is it's not The Lovely War, it's Lovely War by Julie Berry, and then A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed.
Yeah. Those
All
are
incredible in their own ways.
absolutely incredible books. I like so good. So good. We read such good books this year.
We did.
My God, we
Next
did.
year's got a lot to live up to.
It really does. It really does. All right. Indie published book of the year.
Woo! I read a lot of those, but I had some standout favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So we have The Stars Amid the Storm by Amber D. Lewis, Lies That Princess Told You by Caitlin Rush, and A Rival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick.
Good.
And of course, the award goes to The Stars Amid the Storm by Amber D. Lewis. How could it not? With A Rival Most Vile in second place and Lies That Princess Told You in third.
I love.
Yeah. What about you? What about your indie pub of the year?
I have three. I forgot what I was gonna say, so I just filled in the space. So in no particular order, we've got Star-Crossed Cal Story by Amber D. Lewis, Feels Like Home by Melissa Grace, and A Rival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick. And the winner is A Rival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick.
It's so good.
So good. Like it's so cozy.
It's a hug. It's a
And
hug.
it is. It's a hug in a book.
Mhm.
It's a hug in a book.
Mhm.
So second place goes to Star-Crossed. I know I could have picked one of her full-length novels, but like it's Cal. It's Cal. I'm sorry.
Correct.
Cal wins everything.
Wins it all the time.
Just there's no, it's Cal. It's Cal. My baby. I love him. And then Feels Like Home by Melissa Grace. I feel like I've been waiting for Dallas and Katie's story for so long, and then she finally gave it to us, and it was so good. And there was so much like great, like underrepresented things happening in this book that I just loved it.
Chef's
Loved
kiss.
it. So good. So happy.
All right. And the last category, book of the year overall. Now, keep in mind, there's still 2 months of the year for us. Those will be
Yes.
counted for next year in the
Yes.
candies, just for anybody who's like, it's not the year. The year's
Yeah.
not over yet. We know.
Well,
What's your overall
this year
book of the
included
year?
the 2 months from
last
prior.
year.
So there
Right.
you go. I'm not even gonna pretend that these are out of order because it's gonna be real obvious once I start speaking that I am not good at diversifying my choices.
Chloe Gong.
Yeah,
Robbie,
we know that.
wait. June
Well,
Farrow.
do you want to guess my top three? Because it's gonna be pretty
June
obvious.
Farrow. If I see you again tomorrow, and Stars in Your Eyes.
The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young was my book of the year. It is probably my favorite book that I have read this year. I cannot say enough good things about it. I'm obsessed with this book. I love it so much. Please go read it.
Yeah.
Followed by Stars in Your Eyes by Kason Calendar. I mean,
yeah.
And then If I See You Again Tomorrow by Robbie Couch. Like I can't stop thinking about these books. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna stop talking about them. That I'm gonna be predictable, so it's fine. Next year, maybe somebody else will have a chance. But if I read them again, I promise you nothing.
If I read you again next year by Karin.
All right, tell me yours.
All right, my book of the year is Lovely War by Julie Berry. It was incredible. Like our friend Logan did not steer us wrong when she recommended that book. It is wonderful, and you should stop what you're doing and go read that book right now. Followed by Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Like I'm never gonna fall off of my high horse that I got to read it before everybody else. Like and Divine Rivals. Like I can't not say Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross because it's so similar to Lovely War to me that it can't not be included.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
I'm very excited to read it. These good books.
I
God, it was a
know. It was
great
a
year for
really good
books.
year. Yes, it was.
Such a great year for books. My God.
And that was the Candy Awards, guys.
The second annual Candy Awards. Look at us
Wow.
go. The fact
Everybody's in
that
their
we
ball gowns.
actually,
I'm glad everyone's here, all dressed up
yes,
today.
we're very dressed up.
Mhm. We
So
walked the
dressed up.
red carpet before.
Huh, that's it. We didn't have a red carpet. We just wore red.
We wore the red carpet. That's what it was. We planned this whole time.
Absolutely, totally planned it. I love us. Amazing. Well, friends, it has been a wonderful year. I can't believe that we've done this for 2 years now. Like,
This is wild.
wild. And this year has been insane. And we're so thankful for everybody who has come to talk with us. We're so thankful for all of you for listening to us.
Everybody
And
who subscribes to Patreon.
my God, I love you all so much.
Yeah.
And just thank you for sticking around. And please continue to stick around because we're already
There's some
booked through
special things
January, guys.
coming.
We're
Yeah.
literally booked through January already. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but it happened. And I'm so excited. So I guess we'll do a quick spiel to
Yeah.
wrap up the episode. If you enjoyed this episode or any of the podcasts, please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you are listening to us. Please also follow us on social media. We are at The Incoherent Fangirl on all the things. You can visit our website, theincoherentfangirl.com, which hosts all of our episodes as well as our blog. So if you're missing us on your ears, you can go read us on with your eyes. And then if you would like to subscribe to our Patreon, you can head over to theincoherentfangirl.com/Patreon to subscribe there. You'll get early access as well as video episodes if you are subscribed to that tier. And we are also going to try and remember to start posting more early details there. Patreon is the place to be, y'all. If you want to walk around and support the podcast, show off your merch, head over to theincoherentfangirl.com/shop where you can buy some pretty cute merch, if I do say so myself. We got some cute designs.
Mhm.
And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, design ideas, you just want to tell us that we're pretty, we will accept all of that in
We'll
our
take it, I
inbox.
guess.
theincoherentfangirl@gmail.com. We love hearing from y'all. And one final way to support the podcast is to rate and review on whatever platform you are listening to us on. Please give us your words. We love
We
words,
love your words.
obviously.
We want to read your words.
She is at Mandy Perv on all the things.
She's at Miss Made in China on all the things.
And once you have followed us on social media and you followed the podcast on social media, you can do some self care as we head into the holiday
The
months,
sad months, the
the
seasonal depression
sad
months.
months, and visit our internet besties, starting with Here Comes the Nerd. Head to herecomes.nerd.com, use code Fangirl, and you'll get 20% off your first order.
Woohoo. And then once you get all your artsy goodies and you have all of your cute pins ready to go, you're going to head over to onceuponabookclub.com. You can buy some book boxes, some regular just stuff they have left over from boxes. And we've got 2 codes for you. Doesn't matter which one you use. We don't care. You can't stack them. We love you no matter what. So use either code Mandy10 or Karin10 for 10% off. And just remember that you spell Karin correctly. There's no E in Karin because she's not like a regular Karin.
I'm a
She's a
cool
cool
Karen.
Karin. Yeah. And you'll get 10% off no matter which one you use.
And we love you, whichever one you choose.
Yes.
And then once you have got your artsy goodies and your bookish goodies, you're gonna want something cozy to wrap up with on the couch with a blanket. It is cozy season, so head over to entrancingelixirs.com, use code FANGIRLT, and you'll get 10% off your order. However, please remember that unlike Karen, there is no I in fangirl. It's FANGRLTEA.
And not last anymore, but just forget that I even said that. It's fine. It's incoherent. We have Amber D. Lewis. Okay. We freaking love her, right? You heard from her last week.
So
You're
much.
not going to stop hearing from her on this podcast because we're obsessed. So you're going to want to head to amberdlewis.com, buy one of everything. You need
All
all
the
the
things.
books. You need all of the art and the merch.
She
You
needs a
need to buy
button
some for
that's
your
just
bestie.
add all to cart. That's what she
Yes.
needs.
If you have everything, your bestie might not. You might need 2, whatever.
I
You
mean,
use
we
code
both have 2 of
right
each.
of everything.
So
Yeah, I have more than 2 of some of them. So head to amberdlewis.com and use code fangirl10 and you'll get 10% off your purchase.
Yay. And once you're done supporting the podcast and the besties, I guess you can support the show husband. We kind of like him here.
He's all right. Look, we do have some really cool merch that got posted like
So
2
cute.
hours ago today. So
Obsessed.
yes, thank you because I made it all. Josh always starts the paranormal mind with "What's up?" Well, Shane says "What's up, everybody?" But then Josh like hits the air horn sound, and so it's like. So we have a "What's up, everybody?" with a skull with headphones. We have a planchette that says "Searchers Believe" on a T-shirt. We have like a rock hand skeleton that says "Searchers Believe." We have a Poor Shane shirt, and then my favorite, the hoodie
It's
that
the best
has.
one.
I made a tarot card that's a ghost, and it says "The Searcher." I love
It's
it.
the best one.
It is so cool. If you use code fangirl10 at searchersbelieve.com, you'll get 10% off. And then, yeah, you want to listen to the Paranormal Mind. I've produced the past couple episodes, which basically means I sat there with a laptop and just added commentary. So yeah, they're fun. They're funny. Go watch all of their stuff on YouTube at Searchers Believe. All the things. Support the show husband
And
after you support us.
as we are heading into the holiday season, please remember that we will lie for you if somebody is trying to police your spending. Just send them our way. We'll
You
tell
want to
them
give
that you want to
away?
give away,
Mhm.
and we'll show them
Congrats,
proof if
bestie.
we have to. Congrats! We're so happy for you.
Yeah, you did it.
You did it. Yay! All right, friends, this is the last episode of the season, but please continue to stay tuned. Like we said at the beginning, there are fun things to come before the end of the year.
Keep an
And
eye
it's,
on our social media because
I still can't
boy, do we
believe it's
have things
happening.
in store. No,
Can't
I'm
believe it.
pinching myself all the time. Like every
Same.
time I think about some of the things that we're doing, I just like have
Yeah.
to reach up and
I don't know
pinch.
how we got here, but I'm not mad at it. It's
No,
pretty cool.
not even a little bit mad at it.
And it's thanks to all y'all for listening to us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. We
Yeah,
love you.
we couldn't sell ourselves for all of these interviews if we were like nobody listens to us, but
Exactly. But you do. You do
you
listen to
do.
us.
You
You
like
do
us. You
like
really like us.
us. Thank you so much. That's the
That
Incoherent
was the
Fangirl.
Incoherent Fangirl. We'll see you
Season
guys.
2 in the books.
Other than our special stuff, we'll see you guys in 2024.
Oh my God. We love
We love
you.
you. Bye.
Bye. We are sponsored by our friends at Here Comes the Nerd. Pins, stickers, magnets, and more. Here Comes the Nerd has happy art for all fandom-loving hearts. New customers can use coupon code FANGIRL during checkout for 20% off their first order at HereComesTheNerd.com. Coupon applies to ready-to-ship items only.